has some issues as far as getting his mic right, but he just came in and he's about to get back in, so we'll make sure that we get him right. And one thing about Melvin Edmonds Jr. that I want to say is we got him live and direct on right now on Nexxlegacy Radio. Thank you for coming in, sir.
I appreciate you for having me.
Man, I appreciate you for tapping in and hanging out with our listeners, our viewers, and in this movement. So thank you. And we talked a little bit briefly before we got live, and I just wanted to acknowledge you and tell you that I'm a fan of the music first off, and
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate the grind that you are putting in to be able to get your music as high as you could take it. And also we're gonna use this time and attention to shout out your pops too, because big fan of his for sure.
Yeah,
Growing up listening to a lot of things that the Edmonds family really has done, throughout years. So we want to dedicate this to him and also give you an opportunity to shine, bro, because you deserve it. You got talent. And before we talk about talent, Melvin, I gotta tell you, not every son of a dad of a singer or a son of a dad of a ball player could ball out though. Like some people try, some people
yeah.
can, some people can't though. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta acknowledge you, bro, because goddamn, you got talent, bro. Let's just keep it real. So thank you.
No, appreciate that. Appreciate that. We growing up in the type of family we had, it's deeply rooted in music. So it's all everyone ever did, from my grandfather to my grandmother to it just trickled on down the line.
So let's start there. And I know you probably had a bunch of interviews over the course of, your lifetime or whatnot. And the fact that you had so many family members doing this.
Yes.
So when was a moment, not just you just discovering your own voice and your own talent, but when was it? What did you hear that made you believe that, you know what, I'm bigger than just the voice that I have?
Like since I was born, I always knew what I wanted to do. Since I was a little boy, you feel me? For me, it was pretty much the energy that I felt. I remember my first time seeing my father on stage. It's different from when you're seeing him on TV and when you're seeing the real thing.
Right,
You
right.
feel me? So, I was about five years old. Yeah, first time I ever seen After Seven, do their thing, and I was shocked. But more than that, I seen the energy that they brought and how the energy changed once they hit that stage. For me, energy is everything. So that was right then. I was like, yo, that's that's me right there. You know what I mean? Like I always knew what I wanted.
So Melvin, at 5 years old, did you get the same feeling that we all get as fans? Not just listening to your music now, listening to After Seven, so on and so forth. The chills, the I can't believe this is what I'm not just hearing, but what I'm feeling.
Yeah, my dad, in specific, my dad's voice. He believed in touching people. He believed with his voice, with your voice, if you're gonna be an entertainer, your voice got to be able to touch somebody through the radio. So
No doubt.
that's what kind of gave me the push to where what I mean, just that understanding of if I can't do it like my pops, then I might as well sit down. So
I feel I mean, but you know what? It's funny that you say that because take it for what it's worth. As talented as Dad is, your voices are very distinctive. You don't sound like your dad. You sound like you, which is great.
right.
Because when I listen to songs from you, and I go through R&B life looking for those moments where I could be able to play this song for my lady, or you know what I mean? Like I could get to those moments where it's just emotional or you can feel certain things that's felt. So I dig a little deeper when it comes to me listening to music. I don't just do it because of the beat says so. I do it because of the voice, what you singing about, and how it makes you, like you said, how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
Don't you feel me? Not just that level, but that's certain things that's just missing in this day and age of music nowadays, anyways, right?
Right, right. I feel you. Well, one thing with me is, on my journey, I didn't always know my voice. You feel me? I didn't. I had to dig deep. You know, yeah. I'm talking.
Okay.
It took some years, but we're finally here. You know what I mean? One thing about my family, we've always been good at um kind of mimicking other singers. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
you hear Usher, we're good at mimicking. We can mimic Usher. You sound just like Usher. But at the end of the day, it was like, and I praise my wife for this. On the walk, it's just like, yeah, you sound like them people, but where are you at? I hear them, but I
Mm.
don't hear you. So I had to dig deep, and my wife being my manager, and this is why she's my manager, because she helped me go go deeper than what I was going. It's not about sounding like the next person. When you make your song, you don't sound
Right.
like nobody. You want to sound like you. So here we
So,
are.
Melvin, when did you said you were trying to find your voice and you said it took a while.
Yes.
What was the honest feeling that you felt about your discovery as you were going through the motions?
Um. Okay. Discovery. I'm not gonna lie. I got It was times where I become a little angry during the process. I mean, as
Okay.
anyone will, because one thing you don't want around you is yes men, because yes men gets you nowhere, right? And that's why I apply my wife and my team Edmonds Music, because there's no yes men around. You feel me? There's been a million songs that my team's like, nope, you got to go back and do. You sounding like this person or that person. We don't hear you yet. You got to go back and do. So within that, like I said, I got a little angry, you know what I mean? But I never gave up. I'm not gonna
Mm.
say the thought ain't never crossed my mind, because it had crossed my mind, like maybe this is not for me, you feel me? But at the end of the day,
Right.
I never gave up, because like I said, I've always known what I wanted to do with my life.
Did that anger come from not wanting to hear the truth?
Um, I think it was a little bit of not wanting to hear the truth, on top of, what I mean, me being a child of a man that just did it so easy.
Right.
When Kenny would be like, yeah, Melvin, you just do you. You know what I mean? And my pop just did him, and it seemed like it just came that easy. So automatically, me as a child growing up, you know what I'm saying, it came easy to me at the beginning. But once puberty hit, you know what I mean, then okay, this is where you got to put that work in, because now
Mm.
your whole voice done changed. It don't
Mm.
come as easy as it did. So now you got to put that work in.
Damn, you know what? You're 100% right. Because, as a kid like you, discovering yourself and getting a vibe of music when you were 5, I mean, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 13. There's, you know how it is, puberty, bro. You and me
Yeah,
both come from that same cloth. Sometimes my clothes didn't fit.
right.
It was too tight.
Exactly.
Sometimes I was out of or in my own skin. I don't know how to feel or what to feel. It's just those emotions
Yeah.
is raw and real. And I know a lot of people don't understand that, but us guys do. And it's interesting because you coming from a musical background, did you feel like you were still in or under pressure to figure it out sooner than later?
One thing I've always felt with my family, it's never pressure. So my
Okay.
family's got, you know what I'm saying, they've always, my father, my uncles, they've always told us, look, man, everybody's not fit to be an entertainer. We still gonna love you regardless what you do. Know
Mm.
that. So um, it was never any pressure to me. I started feeling the pressure, honestly, when I stepped up into this role of being, of finding myself, and, really Cause it come a point to where, okay, I understand my uncles are they're getting up there in age. You feel me?
Right.
My most important thing is our family legacy sticking around. We need that. And not only that, I see where music is at. That was another thing that pushed me. I gotta be the one who bring it back to what it was before, and that's creating timeless music.
And I think you're there, bro. It's not even I think. Like, again, I'm big on the stirring of the souls and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Music could take you a certain place and remember when I heard when and things like that. So as we talk about you a little bit more, I want to stop and pause and dedicate this, like I said, to your pops. Um, Not just because he was a trailblazer and he did a whole lot. I wanna put this literally in your lap to let you know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just you coming through him and honoring him. Like, I think even me as a media guy and a journalist, need to understand and appreciate not just the entire Edmonds, roster of people, but also your dad in general. Because I mean, let's keep it true, sir. Your baby making music can go a long way. There's a lot of songs that I promise you, I didn't have to say a word. All I had to do was just turn on that joint. You
Fact,
know what I mean?
fact.
And it was fine. It was what it was. So I gotta acknowledge him and his memory, and also thank him through you for his music and his contributions and how it made people feel. At the end of the day, that's especially when you do music, Melvin, and you know this, bro. Like, that's what you live for. This music is not about you. You can acknowledge
Hmm.
that. It's now about giving it to the people, right?
Correct, correct. Because I know we see what the world is today, right? We see what
Mm-hmm.
we've been through past the past 5 6 years. Um,
Yep.
it's my main mission is to bring everybody to the frequency of love. Bring it back. You know, music hadn't. We're in a worse situation in music right now, I feel. So, me stepping forward and really making that move, what I mean, to bring it back. I seen one artist that kind of remind me of old school. What's I think it's Usher's artist. What's his name? Jaden or something like that. Now that boy, and
Okay.
that young man, he's doing this thing, and what I mean, as a collective, I feel that with him, myself, and whoever's is bringing back, 90s field music, 2000 field music. I feel, as a collective, we can, if we keep grinding, you know what I'm saying, we gonna bring it back to, what I mean. Let's love making, you know what I'm saying. Let's get some more kids being made. You know what I mean. We're at the lowest point of nature to the world.
I mean, we shouldn't be afraid of that, man. Like, it was so easy for folks who didn't, who probably couldn't put it into words, but the song was the soundtrack to their life. You know what I mean? People got married to the music that was timeless and that will stir up their soul
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. Goddamn right, bro. We need that. The world's on fire. It's, and I'm gonna keep it true, Melvin. Like, I've been, for the last week looking forward to talking to you, but also, like you said, with the way the world is right now, and there was just so much going on. Like, I needed this energy, just like, you know what I'm saying, you need support. I do too, because sometimes, man, as media folks, we see too much and we crash
Right.
out, and it's just weird, man. Like, the energy's weird. But having someone like yourself that um I could respect, and I could, like, you know what, hey, I'm gonna go to Matt for this guy because I see him hustling and stuff like that. So my question to you, Melvin, is this. Here you are right now. You have songs, you are building and have built a catalog that's worth, what I'm saying, streaming, buying, investing, stuff like that or whatnot.
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling in this day and age of music? I know it's conflicting right now, but you being the man and we have to market you, how are you feeling today in this day and age of streaming?
Um, Actually, I feel okay. My honest feeling on the situation is I feel confident where we're at. I feel very confident where we're at. like I said, it's not just me that's fighting this fight. That's how I look at it. It's war, right? We bringing love.
Right.
So it's not just me. It's other artists that's out there doing the same thing. But if I have to be the anchor, then so be it. I'm willing to do that.
No pressure
And
though. No pressure though,
um,
bro. No pressure. No pressure.
not only that, a lot of the grind behind my music is my wife's PR company. They do a heck of a job. You know what I mean? They've been pushing it like crazy. You know,
Hmm.
but so, her company. You know what I mean? My Edmonds Music family. You know, we've all done a great job. We stood at the end of the year, right? 20. I want to say November 2025. We said we wanted to create something mind blowing to start 2026 with.
Okay.
And I feel like globally, we're there. Globally, we are there. Hold on. Something came. Okay.
Like, you're good.
So globally, I feel like we are there through TikTok. The numbers that's coming through TikTok with the number of streams, and we are at that point to where love is definitely on a high frequency right now, and a lot of everybody is vibing with it. I mean, it's amazing when I look at the numbers right now. I mean, being that it's only been out a month, the numbers are looking
Hmm.
pretty good. So, I feel
You know what?
great about it.
I I look at it like this, Melvin, and I know you're gonna feel me when I say this. Like, and I love you for acknowledging the numbers because to me, I think that's a victory lap worth
Yes,
mentioning.
sir.
You know what runs deeper than just numbers? Just impact, bro. Your impact and how your team is moving is different. It sounds different. It feels different at the end of the
Hmm.
day. And what's won me over, as I was, like I said, your name is synonymous with a lot of hits and a lot of history and stuff like that. But I just focused on you, bro. And I love how you move because you move with conviction and you move with a purpose. So your music is the soundtrack to the effort that you putting out there and your team. So, I can't, ignore the fact that you said that your wife is your manager and you got a team under her team.
Yeah.
So, how does it feel working with your wife? And have you ever had situations where you guys were on the same page when it came to a song or a song concept or not?
Um, you know, Working with my wife, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love it. I love spending. If I can
Amen.
spend every minute with her, hey, it's okay with me.
Amen.
So,
Amen to that.
but working, I mean, we have disagreements with songs here and there, as anybody. But one thing I've learned through this process is I will never question her when it comes to her writing night. You know what I mean? Because like love, let me tell you, love is as big as a hit, as big of a hit as it is. She is the writer
Yes.
on that. She wrote that.
Okay.
So she.
Hey man, gotta give her props though. It's deeper, it runs deeper than just happy wife, happy life. I mean, she literally helped create happy house, happy spouse.
Yes,
So she's paving the way for the whole thing. So I gotta, I couldn't just ignore the fact that you mentioned that. So I had to give your wife a shout out though, like for
appreciate
real.
that. Appreciate that. And I want the world to
No
know that
doubt.
she's a heck of a writer. This is not her first project. You know what I mean? I worked with her on the last project that I actually featured with her singing on Velvet Nights. You know, um, but she helped write that. But this was solely her on the writing tip. So
So tell us a little bit about this though. Like go a little deeper into that. She helped you pin it, but tell the people a little bit about your current stuff that you have right now.
okay, so I had a song with my wife, Velvet Nights. That was something that I had already started writing months prior, and it wasn't a fully finished project. We were trying to. I at the point was trying to figure out where to go with it. Right. Then she
Hmm.
she put it in my head. She was like, "You remember when Kenny did? a solo early in his career. I mean, not a solo, but a duet with a female early in his.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, what? You know what? I do remember that. It was with Pebbles." So she was like, "Okay, you already got the male part. How about I step in with the female part and we
Mm,
recreate that?" I was
mm,
like, "You know what? This might work." So we went ahead and she finished the writing on that song. The rest of the writing for the female part on it, and we sat down, we got everything going, and we put the production on. We got the production going. I put by the time I came to putting the production on, and what I mean, us putting our parts in, and she killed it. By the way, I'm gonna give her that. She showed me up on that. You know what I mean? She showed me something right there. You feel me? She came hard, and what I mean. The people who did hear it, they felt her, and I'm like, okay. So I took that as a lesson also. So when it came to this love track, she was like, I got something for you. The same way I came, the way I came on the nights is how you need to come on this love. Okay, perfectly said. So you know what I mean? Maybe if it hadn't shown me with the first song, I wouldn't have known how to come with love. But by her showing how
mm.
she came on the first, like she if it was a boxing match, she whipped my butt on that song. You feel me? I mean,
Hey.
but and that's part of learning. She taught me how this is how you need to come with it. So
That's
I matched
beautiful,
that.
man.
I matched that on love, and here we are now. So
That's beautiful. So, listen, I always try to do my best when I, talk to folks that I'm, as I'm getting to know, and I work for you now. So, some of the things that I see, that I feel like personally you should be proud of. So, when I listen to your journey, and clearly it runs deeper than just the roots of the Edmonds and what has been done within that circle.
Mhm.
What are you most proud of right now? I know you still got a lot that you want to do and accomplish and everything else, but what do you feel like you're most proud of today?
Most proud of just the growth where we are today. Hearing from 2 years ago to now, because even if you go in my catalog, you can hear the growth. You from the first song building
100%.
to now, you're gonna like, oh, okay, you did a full turn.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm most proud of. It's the growth. And my wife told me, don't be afraid to bring the yearning back. The begging, bring that back. Women, we need that.
I'm with it though. I'm with it. What? Why is that such a bad thing? It wasn't like that back in the '90s, and it wasn't like that back. Oh, it really wasn't like that back in the '70s.
Mm-mm.
We had whole songs with spinners and OJs crying all through the track. So what's the problem in today? Like as men, bruh, and Melvin, you get me when I say this because you married. You know this.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of begging and a little bit of pleasing and a little bit of satisfying
Mm-hmm.
every goddamn day. What is the problem with this day and age where you get so many guys that just say, I don't want to do that. I'm a man. I'm gonna do it. Man, come on, man. That's not gonna warm you up at night, Melvin. You know that.
It's not at all. My pops always told me, "Don't hey, ain't nothing wrong with begging. No, you take a girl out, take her out, you pay for the date. What are you doing? You wanted to come into your house at the end of the night. What are you doing?
Right, right.
Begging don't perform. So, let's be real with ourselves.
What's wrong with a little bit of seduction being part of your soundtrack for the night, man? What's wrong with that thing, Melvin? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with it.
And that's the whole goal, is to create music to not only bring love back to the bedroom, but bring families back together. The world has changed. I don't know about your family, but I know a lot of families out there don't even do family reunions. And
Nah, man, to be real, bruh, like it's been outdated, and I want to say my daughter's like 23 now, so I want to say this was before she was born. It was outlawed because of the last one, so we going back maybe 30 years
Right,
for me.
right. So, it's all about
Crazy.
bringing that order back. It was one point in time. Look, man, look, my number one mission, the woman has always been on top. The woman take care.
Agreed.
When you come home, it's just the woman that's cooking your food. It's about treating them like they were treated back then. See, one thing Uncle Kenny he always did was put the woman on a pedestal. So, I understand he ain't gonna be here too much longer to put that type
Hmm.
of music out. You feel me? So
Yeah,
I'm stepping. That's why I had to step up. Look, man, we got to do it. We can't. It's been a lot of BS that's been released, dogging women. Women,
no
women
doubt.
is better than that, man.
Yeah. Hey Melvin, you took me back when you said your Uncle Kenny, because it was funny when soon as I get home came out. I remember I was in school.
Hmm.
And I remember throughout like the radio shows or whatever it was at one point in time, they were like, "Man, he's begging." Men don't do that. They don't wash the clothes, pay the rent, blah blah blah. Like it was something like that.
Hmm.
But I promise you now, if you speed it up 20, 30 years, it made sense. Especially if you got a good wife
Yep.
and you got a good life, so all that stuff that your Uncle Kenny was saying back then, even Whip Appeal, shout that out as well.
Yep.
Blueprints
Straight.
to how, especially if it's real, if you have a long, prosperous relationship, it was based on those musical blueprints right there.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Yep. And that's a fact. I mean, Kenny, he's always been, you know what I mean, the type he's always been the lover. You feel me? He ain't no shame in his game. You know what I mean? So he turned that to a cash cow for stuff. You feel me? So
No doubt.
there's no shame in my game with it either. Even if I'm the only artist out there making music to satisfy the woman, I'm fine with that. One thing my dad
And,
told
and,
me: when you go on tour, you don't see too many men at these shows. It's the women that's gonna pay.
they will pack it in. And us as men, we should appreciate people like you. You know why? Because if we go to the concert with her,
Hmm.
we going home
You gonna
to something
yeah,
else. So we
go
gotta give you props up
home
top,
to a
bro.
date.
Like for real though, like we gotta give you credit. Just saying.
I mean, that's entertainers. That's what we're there for. We're there to do the whining and dining for you at the show. So when you go home, hey, it's all done.
Hey man, I had an interview a while back with Ralph Tresvant, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to him about somewhat of the similar situation that you just said right there. And I told him about that track, Do What I Gotta
Mhm.
Do, that breakup joint, right?
Yeah.
And I'll have to I'm just saying it verbatim, but he said that that track was like, it was for a song, it was dating somebody at the time, and she was in tears listening to it.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Why you crying?" She was like, "Oh, this is gonna be for me," and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? And then they didn't break up until later, but at that particular time, people be getting their feelings, especially if it's some not just a breakup, but even the love making songs or whatever. It's a moody situation with R&B, bro, and I love it. I love
You
it.
know, um, I understand that. I had to change my way of thinking. Once through this process of finding my voice, all this,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. I had to change my way of thinking. I had to change everything. If you can say it's kind of like it was a spiritual journey because music is spiritual, right? So
Right.
everything I had to change, right? And once I changed my way of thinking, and I started looking at understanding that music is all vibration. Love is a vibration. Hate is a vibration. Sex
Hmm.
is a vibration. So it's all about tapping
Hmm.
into that vibration. And I think we're on to something because we fully tapped into the vibration of love. So we're gonna keep bringing that frequency.
I think real ones like us, we could surrender to that. There's some people who are on the outside of it. I want to know what that looks like. I want to feel that, but they don't want to take the surrendering piece about it. And I'm not just talking about love, sex, and marriage or whatever. I'm talking about even
Mm.
creation, even
Oh,
music. Like some people dance that dance, but they don't want to fully do the whole dance. Why? It's because they lack surrendering to it. And surrendering is a weird situation. And Melvin, you know this. You went through that journey of trying to figure yourself out. So you probably had these moments of confliction, like, God damn, I don't want to do this, but I have to.
boy.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's different when you go through these stages in your life. But what keeps you grounded is your dedication to what you are given, your God's gift.
Mm.
Correct me if I'm
You
wrong.
said it 100% correct, and it took my wife to bang that into my head. You feel me? That's something she says to me on a daily. Never forget this. Like I come for something, she had to remind me. Because I was doing a different type of music at one point in time, right? And my wife said
Yeah.
it wasn't working out too right, right? My wife was like, "But your foundation's already being laid." I said, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Your family's proof the foundation's already been laid. You just got to step into it." It took me the hardest time, but it took a death of my ego.
Wow.
Once that ego had to die, once that ego got up out of me, then okay, I was able to fully step in, and
Mm.
so.
Man, what does that mean to you that you were able to survive it? Because some people just give into it and then they just go be a door greeter at Walmart or something like that. Not hating a door greeter,
Right.
but there's a lot of people in life that had these blessings, right? That just was so great and so dominating that they didn't have the strength to hold on to it and then they went and did something else. How did you stay strong through it all? I know you mentioned your wife and give her props up
Yeah.
top, but sometimes it takes something in you to change too, right? What was that?
The passing of my father was the beginning.
Okay.
Um, Hit me like a shockwave. You feel me? It was something that was like it wasn't expected. It was out of nowhere. So once my father passed, I said something to myself, and this was actually, I was living in Vegas at the time. I said to
Hmm.
myself, I was like, it's not a game. Life is real. Either you gonna make this move, or you just gonna sit back and let it pass by. That's it. And
Mm.
I decided then, all right, it's time to move. It's time to get up, you know what I mean, and everything came to me because at the point of my time, at the point of time in my life, mute my music. Like I said, my music wasn't really doing anything, and I'm like, dang, it's not
Right.
like I have bad music. So I understood what am I doing wrong. Then I got the understanding of the business side. This is where a lot of artists are failing today. It's the business. It's more than just recording music. A lot of artists don't want to take the time and learning the stuff that goes on behind the music.
Tell the truth,
You know,
man. Tell
or
it.
and a lot of times, what I mean, a lot of artists it's easy. It's easy to make it. It's easy. It's gonna take a lot of grind. But if you grind in the right, put that grind into the right areas, it's gonna be nothing. And I'm hoping that this gets to other artists so they hear this. You know what I mean? It's more than just making music. You need a PR behind you. You know what I mean? You need that. You got to know that you got to have your licenses, because if you don't have licensing, then your music ain't really, your money just sitting in different places. Um,
For real.
you got to be able to take constructive criticism. I will tell every artist today, if you're a young man, young lady, you're trying to get into the game. If you got a group of yes man, fire them all.
Get rid of them.
Get rid of every one of them because yes, man, yes, women are not gonna get you nowhere. You need a group of honest people, and don't be afraid to say. If somebody tells you, if you do a song, somebody tells you it's good, but it can be great. A lot of people like to settle with good. Okay, you said it's good though, so then I'm good to go. Why would you settle with good over great?
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
that's one thing my team is. If they tell us something's good, my wife will be like that. Well, then we gotta go back to the drawing board. That's just what it is. If we want to
Good
recreate
is
what your family started, we have to be
right.
great every time.
Good is mediocre nowadays, man. You want to be great, and even great is like, all right, I still got room to be excellent, and even excellent is like, what can I do better than that? Then let's just keep pushing that line, right? So I
Exactly.
could
Yes.
be better than excellent. And then even after that, it goes on and on. There's ladders to this, bro. There's levels to
Mm,
it. There's all kinds of stuff. And you mentioned something important about yes, men and women. You also don't need the lazy people too. The
definitely.
ones who can't hold themselves accountable and the ones who also well, the ones who don't know what results look like. Because to me, I think if you work hard, you should be able to get some kind of results out of your hard work. And if you don't get no results, god damn, I need to go back to the drawing board then and try to figure it
And
out.
that's all.
That's it. That's
And
all.
that's all it is it's okay. We and I've come up with this notion, right? It's okay to make a song that's not good. It's okay to make bad songs. You're gonna make bad songs. Let's just put.
Yeah.
We all make bad songs, but just because one song
Hmm.
is a bad song, don't necessarily mean the next one's gonna be a bad song. It's just you got to keep going. You know.
One thing about you getting to know you, and like I said, I do my best to I'm glad, just put it like this, man. I'm glad that you are embracing your Edmonds legacy and your lineage that comes with that, but you also are your own individual man as
Yes,
well.
sir.
So to see you thrive and to be able to see you sit on a certain stage or a certain phase in your life that is leveling up, that's different than that Edmonds legacy, is cool to see.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I came a deeper fan of yours as I, hit you on the social and you know what I'm saying, we exchange what we exchange to do this.
Hmm.
But I'm like, man, I'm just not gonna hit this man up on some random stuff. Let me just soak in and appreciate all that he's contributed thus far and appreciate that. But I see a different move than what most people probably don't or don't pay attention to.
Correct.
So besides the team and besides us media folks wanting to spin your music and stuff like that, how has the journey, the marketing journey been for Melvin Edmonds Jr. period? Like how's that journey been so far?
The journey's been it's been a pretty wild journey. It's got a lot. It has its lots of its ups and downs. But I
Hmm.
don't pay attention out of that, and we don't put our focus on the cons of it. We only focus on the pros. So this creating my own legacy, which is also a stem from the Edmonds legacy, my family.
No
I
doubt.
feel I feel that we're in a situation where there's a lot more coming. You know what I mean? And there's a lot. I know it's a lot of people just now, as of 26, just now coming on board, seeing who I am and knowing me through my music. There's a lot more to come, and every song is a story, and that's what I like to keep and make sure that everyone, you know what I'm saying, knows that every song is context. You know what I mean? Every song that we come with, we want to be we want it to be relatable, not only for me.
The soundtrack to your lives and a lot of other people's lives too at that. Like I said, man, you a counselor at the same time, you are a relationship therapist at the same time, you are a you know what I'm saying, you could fill in any kind of plateau when it comes to certain things, man. You didn't help mold and shape relationships. You didn't help make babies. You could be a doctor too, therapist, whatever it is, Melvin, and a singer and a songwriter. Like you got it all shaped into the thing that we call music. But that's fine. Like that's okay. And you've embraced that journey by wanting to do more at the end of it all. So check it. Let me ask you this, because a couple more questions with you before we wrap
Yes,
though.
sir.
But when it comes to social media nowadays, how do you feel about it? Is it a win? Is it something else in between? What's your
Okay,
thoughts?
so being 100% independent, me and my company, right? It's
Hmm.
great. It's a great thing. You know, I know a lot of artists don't feel it's a great thing, but let me tell you why it's a great thing. Because by us being independent, we can move the way we want to move. Bottom line, we make the rules and we move the way we want. You feel me? And if anyone ever comes and step in play or disrespect us off of any way, we can all we can say yes, we'll take, no, we'll leave it. So at the end of the day, we ain't got to deal with the funny business of the industry. So social media is a great thing, I feel, for every artist. Every artist, I will tell them, TikTok, if you want to blow up, put it on TikTok. TikTok is where it's
Hey man, hey, I know TikTok's a little different nowadays because of whatever, but you can make a great TikTok commercial or a spokesperson for it, man. They better pay you for it
just
though. Just saying, you know what I mean? Just saying. Now I feel you. It's a blessing and a curse. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met you,
right.
and we wouldn't have connected like that. So I look at it on a positive, and I was able to connect and meet you know what I'm saying, and not even meet, like I haven't physically met a lot of people through that, but I hey, listen, hey, these people are like my family more than my family in certain to a certain degree, right? So it's definitely a blessing and a curse. So I try to eliminate, Melvin, the static and all that crazy madness that goes on, so my followers are less
Yeah.
but my energy is more, and I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok is it's a great platform to use. I mean, I'm not gonna leave out Instagram. Instagram is another good one. They're all good platforms to use, especially when it comes to music. When I think with a lot
Mhm.
of artists, they have to understand that music is spiritual. I'm sorry, I had to take a spiritual journey to understand and to get me where I'm at today. So guess what? If you're an artist that's out there that's kind of stuck between between positions, you might have to clear your mind, get away from the BS, and take your own spiritual journey. I promise you, it'll get you there.
Amen to that, bro. Amen to that. Listen, man, before we shut it
Yes,
down,
sir.
I would love to ask you, like, actually, you know what? Let the people know where you're at. How can they follow you? You mentioned TikTok, you mentioned IG. Where can they find you
So
at,
you can
sir?
find me at Melvin Edmonds Jr. at Facebook, Melvin Edmonds Jr. on TikTok, Melvin Edmonds Jr. underscore, and Instagram. So
Okay.
basically Melvin Edmonds Jr. across the board. So it won't be hard.
Yep. Listen, if you Google that guy, you'll be able to see it because that's what I did and a whole lot more. Not just the music, but everything everywhere else, man. I was a study of you beforehand, man. Like I said, we're gonna work great together, man. I,
Yes,
I do my due diligence before I tap in, bro. So it's a beautiful thing to be able to see growth, man. And I've seen a lot just checking you out for the last week, bro. So I gotta appreciate that. But look, I normally would ask some people this in regards to like favorite decades and things like that. So I'm gonna ask you to take, if you could take two songs off of two groups, which songs would you take that would best define your energy? Doesn't have to be now, could have been back then. The Deal. Name one song off The Deal that was hands down that thing. After Seven.
oh,
What is one song
oh,
from After Seven that is like my shit? Like, both ones, The Deal,
okay.
After Seven.
From the deal, I'm gonna have to roll with two occasions.
Okay, okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
After seven, so you hit me with that. Look, Oh man, there's so many songs I could take. Um, man, man, that's a hard one. You got me on. Um, I say honestly speaking, I'd have to say "Ready or Not."
Okay, okay. Man, you can't go wrong with I feel like this, bro. When it comes to a catalog of those moments or whatnot, you could go no wrong. Like, I love you, babe, from the deal,
Yeah,
and till you do me right from after seven. And but you can
look,
name joint after joint,
till you
joint after
do me right.
joint after
Let me
joint and
tell
still
you,
win.
"Till You Do Me Right" is my favorite After Seven song, hands down. There's
Okay,
no that top.
okay.
So let me tell you why. Because me seeing the growth of my father's group from their first album to now the Reflections album. Now a lot of people don't realize, but Reflections had a lot to do, a lot of writing that came from members of After Seven, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why "Till You Do Me Right" I put ahead of anything else. But but the song I choose, would be
You can't go wrong with it, Melvin. You can't go wrong with nothing. Hey, all it is just timeless music and reminiscing on the ones that matter. So you can't single out a whole lot of stuff, but you can remember one that stood out, or two, or three, or four, or whatever. And that's how I'm telling you, if people tap in and listen to Melvin Edmonds Jr., go check his catalog. Not only he mentioned it, but I could co-sign that. You could hear his growth.
yes, sir.
There's a pattern to it, and I need people to really go check it out, because if you don't, you missing out on greatness, honestly, bro. And I'm not even saying that because you my guy and I'm interviewing you right now. I'm just gonna keep it true.
Mhm.
We need more people like you to do more things that you've done. And now that I'm talking to you and getting you, come on, man, you the homie now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're good. And whatever you need, Next Legacy got you, bro. Like, that's just the way it is.
All right, for sure, for sure. So yeah, that everybody. I mean, yeah, I want everybody to see what you saw. You know what I mean, and be able to hear what you heard. You know what I mean, because I think it's important. I want everybody to be on this journey, be a part of this journey.
Amen to that, bro. Hey, give some shout outs to, I know you gave some to your team, but mention the people out there. Shout out who you need to shout out before I let you go, bro.
So I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Brianna Edmonds. Shout out to her firm, her PR firm, Edmonds Media. I want to give a shout out to my team, Edmonds Music. Shout out to In the Mix Radio, and shout out to DJ Wiz, my touring DJ. So
Damn, you got a touring
yes, sir.
DJ. So is that DJ like that guy you remember on "I'ma Get You Sucker"? And they had that theme music with you and in the background music with the DJ
Oh,
joint. You got a guy
yes,
like that?
sir. Yes, sir.
Damn,
Like
that's nice, bro. That's
music,
beautiful.
you know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love it, man. I love it. Hey, Melvin, man, thank
Appreciate.
you for continuing to honor and preserve the Edmonds legacy, as well as separating yourself and doing more for yourself, because I see it, I appreciate it, and I am witnessing something that I feel like a lot of people definitely need to tap into. So I can't thank you enough, and your team, and your faith in wanting to believe in music, because it is a journey. It's a soul catching ability to be able to change a lot of people's narratives,
Yes,
inspire, love, appreciate, grow, everything that comes with it. So I appreciate you for that,
I want to
bro.
give you a shout out to your company, and also shout out to the fans. So and I appreciate you having me on, and keep in touch. We're gonna keep in touch. So
Hey, for real. And I might not be your main DJ, but you got a backup just in case the homie, he can't walk around with that little boom box or
right,
whatever. I got you, bruh. So you need an entourage. I'm your guy. So, it's all good, bruh. It's all good.
yeah.
No, thank you for the love back, man. This is 18, almost 19 years now
Oh,
of doing stuff like this and just leveling it up. I love people like yourself who makes me believe that there is great journey with music that is still ongoing because you're passionate about it. So I can't thank you enough for this, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. So yeah, we're gonna keep
All
in
right.
touch and
That,
talk to you.
oh, yeah, absolutely, bro.
Nah, go
Absolutely.
ahead.
I'll be in touch, man.
Ask your
Appreciate
question.
you.
All right.
What's up, bro?
I thought you were gonna ask another question.
No, man. We good, but I mean, don't be a stranger though to the station, man. Your music's already on rotation. Just don't, man. Come back and kick it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you want to, if you got something to put out there to your fans, and
Definitely.
you about to grow some
You know,
more though. I'm just saying, get ready.
yeah, we got something I'm gonna send to you. We about to drop or release something else on the 12th of February. So we got something nice coming for you.
Wait. So premiere, I get to air it, world premiere it.
Sir, yes, sir. We got it coming to you. So yes, sir.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Melvin, man, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Hey, blessings to you, the fam, the team, and I'll see you up top, man, because we keeping that journey up, bro. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, now that is the talented part of the iconic Edmonds legacy. I appreciate him tapping in. I appreciate you all listening, and that will be listening as well. Um, I always have an opportunity to go through, plenty of years and stuff like that with a lot of different people, man. Get in touch with a lot of celebrities. I was blessed enough to interview some too, but there's a lot of good people who really and truly needs a lot of good energy provided back. So this is all I do now. Anybody that wants to pour into me, I will pour into them. We will pour into each other, and we will make a move because I care about people, man. I don't get lightly. I really am a full on giver. But here's my thing: the giving should be honored by the effort that you make to preserve the fact that somebody put their time, energy, effort into you. So this is a dedication to everybody who wants to be somebody more than they are right now. Do it. It's easy. Let me take it back. It's not easy. Sometimes it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and decide what you want to be. Take the step. And if you make that commitment, then that's where the hard part starts. But you got to be honest with yourself in that. And that's how it is. So thank you a lot for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Where are we at? Facebook Live, Discord, all that stuff. Go to nextlegacy.com. Make sure you go ahead and check out the website. I redesigned it again. That's just like, how Tony Stark would always tinker with his Iron Man toys. That's the same with me with this goddamn website. So it's up. It looks pretty good. Make sure you go ahead and check out my book, Amplify, which is available now. The book is available. Scan that QR code and go get it. Let me send another shout out. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out Temperature Rising now. Scan that QR code and hit that up as well. Big shout out to my homeboy, Bro Measy, who's taking over Fridays on Next Legacy, growing that thing, making money, doing whatever, getting millions of people tapping in and doing business. So make sure you check out the Next Legacy website, hit up the Eye to Eye Entertainment link, and what I'm saying, get to know what he's got going on. And everybody out there that's doing, what I'm saying, bigger than life things. And big shout out as well to Jalinda Ladie. She has Speak for Impact. If you need a motivational speaker, she's your girl. Go ahead and tap in with that. Um, and tomorrow I got a longtime friend of mine who will be on tomorrow night. He was the first guy through Blog Talk to literally tag team with me as far as being a co-host. Philly, he's an author now. He has a book available, Man Cave Collectibles. Make sure you go ahead and pre-order it now. You can scan that QR code as well, and just tap in. And the biggest thing I could say outside of any of this is just like, I just want to see people doing something for themselves that they are proud of and that they appreciate and that they will live for and that they will die for. and everything else under the sun, because that's how I am. So I appreciate Melvin Edmonds Jr. for tapping in. I appreciate you all for listening. And I will see you tomorrow. Subscribe, but I will see you on social media as well. And nextlegacy.com is a website. Y'all go